Is this gonna become a thing now?
Well, we always do the he's JaqJaq.
And he's PaqPaq.
Yeah, but I'm holding the phone because I left my my cool little selfie stick in the bedroom. We just watched
Rampage.
Rampage, based after the video game from way back when I was a kid and he wasn't even born or thought of.
Before, home consoles were a thing.
Yep, it was before home console. Well, no, it might have been. The Atari was probably out by then.
Okay, back when arcades were actually,
yeah, arcades were
more
awesome.
popular than they are now.
Cool places to hang out, all that kind of fun stuff. So let's give our review of Rampage, which we watched off a video. And I got to tell you, I liked it.
I liked it too.
Yeah, I mean, of course, I'm a sucker for monster movies, and this basically gave us 3 big monsters to have fun with, which was kind of cool.
And one that kind of looked like Godzilla.
Yeah, it kind of looked a little bit like that.
Did.
Yeah, especially when he put his mouth up like this and went, ah.
Yeah, it did look like Godzilla.
It did look a little bit like that. Oh, when he came out of the water?
Yeah.
Yeah, with the spike back thing? Yeah, that definitely looked like Godzilla to us. We're like, oh, it's Godzilla. Oh, it's just an alligator.
It's just a mutated alligator.
Alligator wannabe. But actually, we were joking about, because this is by Warner Brothers, and the Monsterverse, which is including, don't worry about Chewie. The Monsterverse, which is including Godzilla and King Kong, is Legendary Pictures in association with Warner Brothers. It would be kind of cool if this one turned out to be part of the Monsterverse, although everything we can find online says no.
Unless they're hiding information.
Movie companies keep information secret?
No, never heard of.
That never happens. No, they let everything be known.
Yeah.
So we might wind up accidentally spoiling something, but it's been out in the theaters for a while, and it's been out on video. So if you really haven't watched it and you don't want it spoiled, go ahead and see it, and then come back.
Guess what? This video will be here when you come back.
We'll tell you that we loved it, and that's our final review, of course. But yeah, go back, watch it, and then come back, and we'll go from there. Anyway, so that you've been warned in case a spoiler happens. Come on. Spoiler, 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 spoiler.
Which one?
That's it. The glasses and the gloves are off.
Wait, what gloves?
I don't know.
How much you weren't wearing
I only
gloves.
had glasses to take off. So, I got to tell you, enjoyed the heck out of the movie. I called it, though. Didn't I call it? I called it about George early on in the movie, but it still was awesome. Still was pretty cool. Pulled a Mighty Joe Young on us.
What?
So in Mighty Joe Young, in the newer one, even in the older one, but I can't remember the old one. He climbs into an orphanage or something to save the kid and winds up falling on a tree is burning and falls on him or something. I can't remember. I used to love it. I can't remember exactly how it ends. But you think he dies, but he actually doesn't. In the newer one, which was really cool, also that one had. He climbs to the top of a Ferris wheel to save the kid, and actually the Ferris wheel falls backwards with him, and he holds the kid to keep him safe. But get that lure out of there.
Hey,
he holds the
giant
kid,
finger.
Yeah, giant finger. He holds the kid to keep him safe, but he winds up falling back on his back, and they think he's dead, and then all of a sudden his arm starts moving. So they pull the Mighty Joe Young. Again, spoilers.
It wasn't funny.
No, George, that was really kind of funny when he looked at that. And funny thing was when I saw. The guy who plays the federal agent, Jeffrey Dean Morgan, who from, of course, Walking Dead fame and other fame, as Negan, I posted on Facebook. I said, I noticed that he was on, Jeffrey Dean Morgan's on here, and boy, that gorilla wolf and gator are sure in for a whooping when he whips out Lucille. But, of course, that didn't happen.
So since you're mentioning stuff you posted earlier, you want to mention your favorite line?
My favorite line, there was a lot of really cool stuff. There was a little bit of language, though. There was quite a bit of swearing. Kind of goes with an action flick. I think it's actually rated R too for violence and language. That was no nudity or anything, but there was definitely
really that much violence in it.
There were monster violence, simulated monster computer generated violence. You're right. There wasn't like people on people violence or anything. Yeah. But my favorite line at one point, the wolf starts running away or something, gets shot or something, starts to run away and jumps up in the air. And then like a squirrel, puts his legs out and flies and flips around and comes back. And the Rock's character looks at it and goes, of course the wolf flies. I mean, that was just great. Of course the wolf flies. I mean, it'd been that kind of day for him.
Because something just... No, I feel like the gorilla got gypped. the alligator and the wolf got all these cool new abilities, and
Yeah, the wolf got those spiky tail stuff.
and like the alligator got way more protection, and the gorilla got like a size increase. I think the gorilla got gypped there.
They still all had the rapid rehealing kind of thing.
Yeah, but I still think the gorilla got gypped there.
Yeah. But it was pretty cool. It's an action flick, realistic. I know there was the part of the helicopter when he takes the helicopter up, doesn't have the tail rotor. I actually worked on helicopters, the Hueys and the Cobras.
About your past?
And then I worked on the simulators for the what was it, the Kiowas, the Chinooks, and the Blackhawks. And a helicopter actually could generate some lift, but be spinning around without the tail rotor. So that was plausible. However, I'm not so sure with all of the air turbulence that would have been around there with the building collapsing if they would have been able to maintain like they did. But
2 giant monsters on the top.
And 3.
No,
one was in the building.
One was knocking out the building.
Right, one was busy knocking out basically the support structure for the building while the other 2 were beating up the top of it. So still, giant monsters having a cool time. It would be kind of cool if George continued to grow and shows up as at the end of Godzilla versus Kong or King Kong versus Godzilla to knock them both out. As much as I love Godzilla and Godzilla's going to win that one, it would be kind of cool if something like that happened.
Like they're already kind of saying Godzilla's going to win with, it would technically be called Godzilla 3, Kong's 2.
Yeah, we were joking because he was like, well, who's going to win? Because King Kong versus Godzilla Toho production version.
Kong won.
It looks like Kong won. After they fight, and then they wind up going underwater, only Kong comes up. And even the actors or characters in the show say that it's possible that that Godzilla survived, but you don't see him. But then, of course, there's a sequel, and he shows back up, right? So, but in this case, I was joking that we had Godzilla that had already come out. Then we have Kong Skull Island that came out.
Which that was good.
One Godzilla movie, and then one King Kong movie. Then we're going to have Godzilla King of Monsters. That's 2 for Godzilla.
Whoa, you just showed 4.
So you hold up Godzilla's. That's Godzilla's, and this is King Kong's, okay?
There you go.
So there we got 2 now for Godzilla. Then we're going to go to Godzilla versus King Kong, which is 1 for each. So that means Godzilla's got 3, King Kong's got 2. We're predicting that the sequence of movies in the title is already telling us Godzilla will win the fight. After he takes care of Mothra, Rodan, and King Ghidorah, which is going to be a freaking awesome movie.
I like how they kind of tease because I don't know if anyone remembers it. On Facebook, they had a poll close to when the first Godzilla movie came out. I was like, hey, we're going to make a sequel. Vote for which one you want to come. And I really don't think the vote had anything to do with it. I think they were more teasing the next...
I think, though, that...
I think it was teasing more.
I want to say, if I remember the results of the poll, King Ghidorah won overall. But it was like, I don't know, say 500,000 people voted. And it was like, it was like 45% or 50% to King Ghidorah, and then 25 and 25 to Rodan and Mothra. Again, so, and that was still a significant number, so I think they decided to go with all 3, and that's what we're seeing.
Again, I think it was more just like they wanted to sort of make it look like ours, but
or get people talking about it.
Yeah, but in more reality, they were going to do all 3 no matter what.
Right, maybe.
Because those are specific 3 to choose out of the entire of all the monsters he's following.
Right, because there's a ton of them. They could have easily brought in Mechagodzilla.
Yeah. Like I can understand King Ghidorah because a lot of people know about that just knowing Mothra.
King Ghidorah is kind of cool with the 3 heads.
Yeah, and he's besides Godzilla.
Which is funny because we call him King Ghidorah. Really, he's just Ghidorah. He was referred to as King Ghidorah in that one episode where they go back in time and resurrect them and stuff.
Really? I've heard him called KingGhidorah way more.
I think they called him Ghidorah originally. Well, anyway.
I heard him.
That one is probably the coolest with essentially, if you don't know the Godzilla verse, it's essentially a 3-headed flying dragon.
That breathes out lightning.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And then Rodan is basically a gigantic pterodactyl, and Mothra is, of course, a gigantic moth.
Yeah.
Now, in the show, Mothra was often... I don't know if it's controlled or called by those 2 midget teeny Asians.
That was weird.
The ladies. I want to say that she was from a tribe that Mothra had been like the protector of or something like that, and they would call him out, and he would wind up, when Godzilla was a good guy, he would wind up fighting kind of with Godzilla at times.
I remember
of course, Godzilla's gone from he was a bad guy to becoming a good guy to getting killed
No, not killed.
Yeah. The one versus King Ghidorah, he died,
No.
and they went back and resurrected his bones.
No, and because I watched this one a little bit recently. It was
I'm misremembering.
They went back in time, stopped Godzilla from being made, but they made King Ghidorah instead. Then they went back to make Godzilla, which then turned him evil.
Right, but by going back and making Godzilla, they remade the version of him before he turned good. That's what it was.
But they made him in present time, so in present time he was bad.
So he went back to being bad. Right.
That's what it was.
That's right. Yeah. All kinds of fun movies.
That's how
I
King
would
Ghidorah-
I would love to own all of the old Godzillas.
But with English translation.
Yeah, with English subtitles.
No, translation.
Subtitles, you're right. So with English translations, voiceovers.
I've actually seen a couple of them.
Like, it'd be kind of cool to have that as like an entire series. You just get it on digital somewhere. I know at one point for the 50th anniversary, they put out a box set for all the Godzilla movies at that point, but it was only available in Japan and only in Japanese with no voiceovers. So that didn't happen.
I've seen a couple.
That was when they were region encoding DVDs and stuff.
I still caught it funny, though, how in the... I don't think it was the last one before the newer ones, like called Final Wars, how they kind of make fun of the first American version of Godzilla.
Oh, yeah, the one that they just referred to as Zilla?
Yeah,
the
they like
Zilla
just
monster?
zoomed it in and Godzilla just like tail whacks it and
To
kills
wax it
it.
and kills it off. Yeah, that was too good.
That was funny.
However, I would say this last Godzilla.
Oh, this one's a way better.
The only complaint that I would have is that I wanted to see more Godzilla, but they got the fire breath right. They got the
He looks
the roar
right.
He looks.
He doesn't
right.
look like just a giant dinosaur.
Yeah, and when he shows up on the scene, man, I got chills. I was like a little schoolgirl going, "Ah!" Especially when his back
I
lit
was
up.
right by him.
When his back lit up and the fire breath was coming, that was awesome.
I just liked how I was like the tail moved and like slowly turned blue. Then you watch as it creeps up the back.
Yeah,
and then
that
you
was
see
just awesome.
his head just turn and breathe.
And then,
Although I think the enemy name should have been way better than Muta.
Muta.
That's for another
What
video.
was it? Something unidentified, massive unidentified terrestrial object.
Again, we can make another video about.
Yeah.
About
Anyway,
that.
we should go back to our video on Rampage.
Although I like to say something about Rampage. I love how in every monster movie they're like, "Oh, we're the government. We can easily kill it." And then you know the smart people in the room are telling them no, and then they're the ones that they have either listened to eventually or go out and do it themselves. It's like just watch a monster movie, military. You'll learn how to deal with them.
I know. They should listen, but they don't. And I'm a sucker for monster movies, so I've watched them all. You know, from all the Godzillas to the creature features to
I haven't seen all the Godzillas.
to the 1980 Godzilla movie, or 88. No, it was 1998 Godzilla movie, which wasn't all that good. To Cloverfield, to the new Godzilla movie, to Pacific Rims, to this one. I mean, I'm just a sucker for giant monster
just watched
movies.
the second one recently. I forgot there was a second Pacific Rim.
Yeah.
Another big thumb.
Yep, another big thumb because I got another stupid alert showing up. But anyway, going back to Rampage, we definitely I give it a thumbs up.
I give it a thumbs up. Should we just call this video like talking of all monster
Giant
movies?
monster movies, yeah.
Mostly Rampage, but also like other stuff.
But it was a lot of fun, enjoyable movie. I liked the ending. I was very happy.
If you guys like this video, we might make just a giant talk about monster movies.
In fact, if you want to know more about monster movies and the official MonsterVerse, and then of course what we would probably consider the extended MonsterVerse, which just includes a bunch of giant monster movies.
All of them.
Just tell us in the comments below, and we'll let you know, because we're going to put this on our YouTube account, and then of course we're going to share it on Facebook. So make sure that you subscribe.
So if you
and all
want
that
us
fun
to
stuff.
make what we would call a MonsterVerse by ourselves, and you know, make us do more editing and just show the title, cover of the movies, like down below, and add a comment if you want.
Also, if there's a movie you want us to see and talk about, just because you love the way we talk and hang out and do stuff as father and son, just go ahead and put that in the comments too, and we'll go ahead and watch it and let you know what we think. Unless it's one of those movies that he shouldn't be watching.
What? There's movies I shouldn't be watching?
There's movies I really shouldn't be watching, so you definitely shouldn't be watching them. So.
Which means I have the right to watch movies back.
So basically, anything PG-13 and below, and an R-rated movie only if it's for like
violence
cinematic
and
violence.
cussing.
Yeah, like in this case, I think I'm pretty sure this movie was R, but it was only
I thought
violence.
it was PG-13.
But it could have been an R with simulated monster violence and language. That one we can deal with. he knows better than to worry about anything else. So anyway, want us to watch something and let you know what we think? Just go ahead and put it in the comments, and we'll go ahead and let you know.
You're turning Southern, Dad.
I'm turning Southern.
Which is funny since I'm the only one actually in our family from Texas. From the
Oh,
Southern.
yes, you're definitely right. I do have to say, you definitely got that right. You're the only one of our family that has been born in Texas. Yes. That said, by the way, if anybody out there needs voice actors, we'll do it for free. We don't care. Just bring us out. We'll read the scripts. We'll have fun. Who knows if we'd be any good at it, but we'd be free. Free. We would be free. That's right. We'll be free. What? Free? Yes. Free. Now all I can think of is that point in the bedtime stories movie where he goes, "I get this for free." Adam Sandler's character. That's all I can think of right now when we're saying that. Anyway, we're going to let you go right now. Rampage, we definitely give a thumbs up. We really enjoyed it. Definitely love monster movies. And go ahead and watch it. And remember to like, subscribe, and all the rest of that stuff. And we'll catch you on the next time. And as we're heading out, he's JaqJaq.
And he's PaqPaq.
And we'll catch you on the flip side.